Tonight, the Fox 13 problem solver, Scott Madaus, talks on camera to a lawyer in Mississippi about the dust-up he had with police in Byhalia while he's investigating a towing company removing vehicles from Memphis.
Well, after that entire incident was caught on tape, Tupelo attorney Jim Wade says civil rights may have been violated. Problem solver Scott Madaus is in our studios.
Well, good evening, Steve. Good evening, Darcy. After our exclusive Fox 13 Problem Solvers investigation into the towing practices of BFT Towing out of Byhalia, Mississippi, you'll remember police there threatened to arrest us, also telling us to turn off our camera. We wanted answers to see if any of our civil rights were violated. Is this who we need to talk to?
No, that's exactly who they thought we
turn the camera off. No, absolutely not.
You're doing it.
I find it very disturbing. The most fundamental thing that differentiates a free country from a country that's totalitarian is the government controlling the news.
In Tuesday's report, if you remember, while I waited for a call back from Bubba Thompson, owner of BFT Towing, the Fox 13 problem solvers drove the 30 miles to Highway 178 in Byhalia, Mississippi to talk to Thompson.
Don't put that mic in my face again. As
we described in our investigation, while we stood here on public property, public easement off Highway 178 in Byhalia, without impeding the flow of traffic or causing a public disturbance. It was moments after we arrived, Byhalia police were dispatched to our location. This is what happened while we were rolling on the entire thing. Is this who we need to talk to?
No, that's exactly who they thought we
turn the camera off.
No, absolutely not.
You're doing it.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to go to jail.
I cannot be on TV.
We are on public property.
Come over here, let me talk to you.
That's fine. We are on.
Take
your hand off the camera.
You think we'll go to jail?
There.
Turn the camera off. Turn the camera off.
As I was talking to this officer who claims he's a narcotics cop, this man, another Byhalia police officer who would not identify himself to the Fox 13 problem solvers, put one hand on photojournalist Alistair Clark, pushing him as he put his other hand on our camera, pushing it towards the ground.
Take your hand off the camera.
Tupelo attorney Jim Wade tells us he sees this video as a blatant civil rights and First Amendment violation.
Here's the problem that I have with it. Anything of this sort could be charged as a misdemeanor assault in a local court. They could be so charged, and it'd be up to a jury as to whether they really constitute an assault.
No, that's exactly who they thought.
Turn the camera off.
Then, as you can see and hear, as I called out telling the officer to get his hands off Alistair and to get his hands off of our camera, it was then this officer told me to walk with him, then threatened me by saying he'd put me in handcuffs and have me arrested. Absolutely not.
Go to jail.
Potentially, any individual whose free speech were interfered with, such as yourself, such as a news reporter, could conceivably file a civil suit against those officers.
The bottom line, throughout the entire incident with Byhalia police, both Alistair Clark and myself were physically grabbed by the two police officers and threatened with arrest, while I was also threatened with being put in handcuffs.
The only issue is whether what he did substantially interfered with your rights to free speech. In my opinion, a threat to make an arrest would substantially interfere with your rights to free speech and would be a civil rights violation.
Now, I finally spoke with Gary Looney, chief of police for Byhalia. He tells me that he sincerely apologizes for any aggressive actions which led to the incident between two Byhalia police officers and the Fox 13 problem solvers. He also says that he does not condone that type of action coming from his officers against anyone in the city of Byhalia, which includes the actions in the video that you just saw. Now, if you haven't seen the original report, just log on to myfoxmemphis.com, stay on the homepage, scroll all the way down, click on the problem solvers icon. There, you can watch the entire report, which again aired a couple of days ago on Tuesday. Now, we have another update for you guys. Next Tuesday, we're talking with a former employee of a local apartment complex that contracted with BFT Towing, and he's got some interesting information for us. You'll want to tune in and see this.
Does it involve you going back to Byhalia?
It might.
Standing on public.
It might.
What was your reaction to the chief's apology?
My reaction was, I'm glad that he extended his hand out to talk to me and to want to talk about it, but he would not specifically address the actual incident that happened with his 2 police officers and the Fox 13 problem solvers, only saying that he does not condone that kind of activity in his city.
That's probably as far as he could go legally.
Right,
anyway.
right.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
You got it.